Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
Oh, what the Hurt Business? Hurt Business beat New Day?
Yeah, I think they did.
Uh-oh. We got black people winning and losing championships already. We just get
them niggas up. Told you they gonna break them niggas up.
Gonna break them niggas up. Break them niggas up. Take them niggas belts.
Take them up. Put their ass wrong.
Take them niggas shit.
Break them niggas up. Hold on, I think let me see. Maybe the sound come out. What the hell is this? I don't want this. No thanks. Got what's her name? Fucking
Oscar
over here yelling and shit. Doing all this goddamn yelling. I don't know why the fuck. Why are they doing that dumb shit? Don't nobody want to. It's you anime motherfuckers. The reason why we see this shit. That's the main reason why. That's why this shit don't work. Yeah, this shit. Hey, you know what? Started off. Wait a minute. I know we still in the post-show pro. Apple, can y'all please make this shit a lot easier to have sound come through the damn Zoom? It shouldn't be this damn hard. I done did this shit with several. I don't want to go get my DJ equipment just so I can get a damn soundboard to work on the damn Zoom. Is it really that difficult? Like, y'all care about y'all music that damn much? Like,
yeah, actually. Hey, like Steve, if it wasn't for Steve Jobs, niggas would still have music on their computer. Now there's people that like, hey man, I'd much rather have streaming. That's fine, whatever. But when they put that fucking YouTube album in everybody iTunes, and didn't nobody want that shit,
right?
That's when everybody should have known something was wrong. But nah, everybody want to stream the music. Don't nobody want to buy no music. Everybody want to stream it and then pay the artist 0.0004 of a cent every time you play it. And then be like, why you an artist and you ain't got no money? All these artists out here, they just going on tour and they trying to run scams on people. Why they gotta do all that? It's because your bitch ass won't pay $10 for no CD no more. You won't pay $10 for no downloads. Nope. You don't want to pay to come to a show unless somebody real famous. If they a local artist, I done thrown so many shows. I done told people to come out. They get to the door and tell the doorman who I'm paying, hey man, I know RVS, dog. I know RVS. Like, they be like, nigga, so yes, everybody here know RVS, nigga.
They think it's the club. Like, yo, like they think that you on the guest list, like, yo, I know RVS, I get in free. Like, so
no, nigga,
you still gotta pay.
Nigga, RVS is gonna buy some nachos with this money that you giving after the show. What the hell is wrong with you?
Motherfuckers always trying to get it. You can't get it. You want to pay. You can't pay $5 support. People get on my damn nerves, man. People just get on my damn nerves.
But they'll pay. But let motherfucking Gucci come to town. Let Boosie come to town. Migos. Drake, them niggas will pay $150 to watch this nigga fly on an inflatable spaceship above them in the damn Enterprise Center, but they won't pay $5 to see their homeboy perform in a bar, not even in a bar, in a respectable ass venue.
Right. Yeah, motherfuckers are haters, man.
Hate these motherfuckers, man. They should break all these niggas up. All these niggas out here, they break these niggas up, man. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it.
We take what we want, and after we take Lex Luger and the Giant, we want the gold, sucker. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. For you, nigga. For you, nigga.
We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
we coming for you, nigga. We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
we coming for you, nigga. We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
we coming for you, nigga. We take what we want. We the realest in the business. We want the gold, sucker.
Hulk Hogan,
we coming for you, nigga. Coming for you, nigga.
Shit.
Welcome everyone
2020 almost over. We breaking these niggas up for sure. That's all we do is breaking these niggas up from now on. So, hey, welcome y'all to the We Coming For You cast. I am RVS, man. You can find me at Franchise06, FRANCICE06, all social media. And the homeboy right here is Rated R. Where can they find you at? Where can they not find you
at? And as usual, you already know. Y'all know how this is about to go. Headphone users, prepare. You can find me at on number 8TD_R.
Hey, man, it do be going in the headphones, too. So I'll mix it and then listen to it later and then forget that it's how loud it is and be like, oh, shit.
Shit. Shots fired. Goddamn you.
Yeah, man.
So we're sport. I did not listen, people. We did not coordinate.
We didn't plan this.
Not coordinate this at all. I literally, bro. I was wearing a white beater. I literally just looked through my damn drawer. I was like, I don't need a wrestling shirt. This was literally the first wrestling shirt I found. We did not. This was not done. This is not a work. This is not a fucking work.
I'll tell you how much more this ain't a work. When I woke up this morning, I went to the laundry. This was the first shirt I pulled out this morning. I've been wearing this shirt all damn day. And then probably like an hour ago, I looked down. I was like, oh, shit, we are recording a podcast today. This is
Hey, bro, this was literally in the bottom of my fucking drawer because I couldn't find a wrestling shirt. I was like, fuck. I was sitting here fucking around with this damn computer. I was like, shit, I can't go in here with my damn wife beater on. And so I had to put on a damn shirt.
But you know what? It solidifies us as the tag team champions of the world.
There it is.
Shout out to everybody that's been peeping the show, that's been watching the joint on YouTube, man. Like, hey, we really appreciate y'all. Y'all, you know, sending in comments, asking questions, dog. Like, hey, thanks for rocking with us for real.
Keep rocking with us. And again, send them all them damn questions, all them motherfucking questions to WeComeForYouCast@gmail.com. Yes, WeComingForYouCast@gmail.com.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Hey, I heard Daryl say this on another show. Shout out to I only listen to 90s music, man. Y'all, I like what y'all rocking with too. Hey, man, stop sending all the blanket questions to Daryl email, man.
They sending it to the SOLC.
Yeah, stop sending them all to the SOLC. We all got emails, dog. Like send it to us. You got a question? You got the wrestler question? Send it to us, baby. Hey, man. We ain't gonna treat you too bad, baby. Come on, now.
You know, some cats got this saved on their phone, like, oh yeah, this SOLC, the wrestler there. Let me send the wrestler to the SOLC. No, we have our email. Put a new contact in your bitch ass iPhone. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, I've been up for 13 hours, man. I'm tired. That was mean. That was a little mean. That was mean. I'm sorry. Just email us, man. We put the email on the bottom of the screen right here all the time. We put it right there. Just put it right there. We good.
y'all better do a Rated R say before you get mad at y'all, man.
I'm not in rant mode yet. That was close.
Nah, it's close. It's close. There's some rants coming.
Yeah, they're coming. For sure.
They're coming. They're coming. The PS1 rants are coming.
Oh, yeah.
So, hey, man, we gonna go ahead and jump into it, man. First and foremost, I mean, I feel like I say this every 2-3 episodes, but hey, man, rest in peace to first Pat Patterson, man.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace, Pat Patterson.
First Intercontinental Champion, man. I mean, we all know he lived his life the way he wanted to live his life, but outside of that, man, just so much of the psychology that's been in a lot of wrestlers and him helping people get where they need to go, like Mark Henry and The Rock. Like, yo, they wouldn't be in the positions that they were in now if it wasn't for Pat Patterson and some of his fresh ideas that just worked. You know, it's a shame that somebody like him is gone, especially from the way WWE is now, which you can see back here. I mean, this dude had finishes for matches that actually made fucking sense and not just some shit that we don't, you know. I mean, he's gonna be missed, man. Like, flat out, just based off of, you know, all his contributions that he made to pro wrestling, not just WWE, pro wrestling. Because I'm pretty sure things that he's done has leaped over to all versions and all companies across the country and across the world.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like when you think about the WWE style, like there's a WWE style of booking. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the matches are laid out, all that, man, that's all Pat Patterson, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, rest in peace to that brother. Like a lot of people came out and said, really, 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 really good things about him. They even shouted him out on AEW, man. That shows you. That just shows you when somebody spans the wrestling world, like all the organization, all that shit, that don't matter no more, man. So rest in peace to that, man. Yep. So also, man, we gotta send a rest in peace shout out to Tiny Lister, man. Debo. Yeah, man. But Debo, to the wrestling world known as Zeus. Well, actually, so okay, we gonna see how much wrestling knowledge some of y'all got out there, because he was Zeus and No Holds Barred, right? He was in WWF for a cup of coffee, reprising his role against Thunder Lips, aka bitch ass Hulk Hogan. but for the real wrestling fans out there that know him as Z-Gangsta from WCW. Some cats don't know that. Some cats don't know he was in WCW as Z-Gangsta.
Nope. He was there, y'all.
Google man.
YouTube it.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Tiny Lister, man.
Man.
Low key diss to Chris Tucker for basically solidifying that another Friday won't happen.
right, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming at all, man. That one came out of nowhere, man. R.I.P. Tiny, man. Debo.
Debo. Debo. I'm gonna tuck mine. But speaking of people trying to Debo, so we gotta hop right into it, man. We talked about Winter is Coming. We did the preview of Winter is Coming last episode, but oh my gosh, if this shit didn't blow up,
Debo.
We talk about Debo in the wrestling industry. So man, we just got to talk about. So we're gonna talk about AEW, of course, because of what happened in Winter's Coming. We got the Impact in there because of the subsequent things that happened.
Oh,
and we also got some New Japan in there too. Like we just weaving and AAA out of Mexico.
Yep.
Bunch of threads going on. So for the uninitiated, if you've been literally living under a rock and not watching wrestling,
you dead. You're a wrestling fan, you dead. You don't know me. You ain't seen me. You just like, fucking, I ain't watching wrestling no more. You heard about this. Like, I don't give it. We got all these damn devices and shit. That notification came on your phone. Sports Center tweeted. Sports Center. The Sports Center reported this.
Yes. So we gotta talk before we get into the Debo, man. We gotta talk about the one thing that I 100% didn't see coming. Didn't know that was gonna happen. Sting.
The
icon Sting debuted in AEW out of absolutely nowhere, man. Like just coming out with the thing I didn't think about was that they had the whole Winter's Coming thing, and I was like, okay, Game of Thrones, blah blah blah. What I didn't anticipate was that they was gonna have this nigga Sting come out with snow. They're in Jacksonville, Florida, and Sting came out with actual snow, like that stuck to the camera, water, snowflakes that stuck to the camera.
Yep,
nigga.
That was cold.
What?
That was cold.
That was literally cold, man. That was literally cold.
That was literally, boy. Hey, Sting came out there. He took Glacier's entrance and made it 10 times better.
He was like, "Ain't no fake Sub-Zero here, man. This is the icon."
Yep. We got Sting and AEW. Which is kind of fast for me because it's time for another one of these rated R rants. So, did my little research when I found out about Sting coming into WWE. I mean, coming into AEW, which I'm about to get on WWE's ass. Remember about 2 weeks ago, I had an idea about a particular wrestler that just retired. That wanted to have one more match, a cinematic match. Well, apparently that other person was Sting, and guess what? He wanted to do it. He wanted his last match in WWE to be a cinematic match with The Undertaker.
Yep.
Exactly
what your ideal was.
Exactly to the T what my idea was. Guess who's the son of a bitch that shot it down? It wasn't Hulk Hogan this time. Guess who shot it down? Vince McMahon.
I'll give you a guess, pal.
Vince McMahon said he didn't want to see it. The biggest match ever. This match is literally WCW versus WWE. And it's Sting versus, I'm sorry, he's a businessman. He's not a fan anymore.
No,
a fan would have booked that match.
Come on, man.
A fan would have booked that match.
Yes.
Period.
100%.
So, Vince, I don't know. Get your head out your ass. That's you know how much money on merch that you could have had with that match alone, and you probably ain't even gonna have people at WrestleMania this year. Maybe, but you know how much you missed out on with that. Wrestling deserves that match, and it could have been cinematic. They ain't had to do shit. They could have recorded that match in over 3 days. I could have had them record that match right now, and it could have been like a 2-hour match of this crazy ass shit.
It could have been like it could have literally been a movie. Like when cats say, "Oh yeah, this should be a movie," they could literally make an Undertaker versus Sting movie.
Yes. What are y'all thinking?
So here's the thing, and you know what? I got a rant right here on the holster. I got a rant right. I gotta hold it. I gotta hold it for a minute.
Okay.
But this is actually gonna tie into it, man. Vince McMahon is so caught up on the fact that he gotta have the people that he quote unquote made go over and be prominently featured in WWE that he can't see the money right in front of all those casual fans that he's always trying to get back, always trying to get to watch the show. They're there for an Undertaker versus Sting match,
like that.
Cinematic match don't matter. Like movie, whatever. They here for Undertaker versus Sting. They back. They buying the WWE Network for it. They gonna buy it for a month, or they gonna get their month free.
And quite honestly, it's worth buying a subscription for a month for that match alone.
Exactly.
Ticket to WrestleMania is for that match alone. Like
yes.
They could have WrestleMania with a big ass set, and they say, "Yeah, motherfuckers, we only got one match tonight. This Sting versus Undertaker." All right, cool. It'll be 10 minutes, and that'll be the best $150 we can spend.
Sting versus Undertaker. So if they don't have fans, or even if they do, and they split Mania into 2 nights again, Sting versus Undertaker by itself could have been night 1.
Right.
By itself.
So I don't know what you're thinking over there, Sting, Vince. But one other thing where I was listening to what's the Bully Ray podcast? Busted Open Radio. And he touched on something that, and I put this in the group meeting. Mm-hmm. So Bully Ray, does his research on things, and he did some research on Sting on WWE's website, and he noticed that he pulled all of Sting. If you go to WWEshop.com, you type in Sting, you see that all his stuff, he's not even there. All his stuff has been pulled.
Yep.
The IWC and wrestling fans, do yourself a favor. Type somebody else's name in there and see what you find. You might want to get ready for another shock. I'm calling it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you gotta go. Hey, call it in there. Call it in there.
I miss with the Sting, but I'm calling it right now. Brock Lesnar will be in AEW sometime this year or next year. I'm calling it now. He's gonna be there. Yes,
right now.
If he's not gonna go get his ass whooped by Jon Jones, he's gonna be in AEW. He's going to be in AEW.
Even if he is about to go get his ass whooped by Jon Jones. Because another one, all right, this is an aside, but UFC is about to do events, clean house of UFC. So I was listening to, shout out to the Corner podcast, Andreas Hale and Kel Dansby, man. They good dudes. They do the Wrestling with Stereotypes joint at like WrestleMania, the AEW joints. But they brought up this good point of Dana White is getting to a point where he, like, all the people making big UFC money, gone. Like, And you know, for UFC specifically, it's just like, yo, that's cats like Overeem. That's cats like these cats that have been on top for a while and can ask for a lot of money. They about to cut all them. So maybe he's making room for Brock, or maybe Tony Khan is getting that money up to bring Brock in too. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't got to get punched in the face for real. You still about to get paid. Wow, it's a win-win, bro. And now I'm gonna say Sting now has made me pay attention. You know me, I wasn't watching AEW all the time.
Yep.
Sting showed up. I said, okay, I have to watch it now.
Yep.
Brock Lesnar shows up on TNT. The channel's getting changed.
That's period.
That will be in Raw. Will be in trouble. They could if Brock. They're not gonna do it. And I don't want to see him do it. But if Brock Lesnar was to show up on TNT, they could go to Monday nights and shut this shit down. Because this shit's trash. We got R-Truth out here cooling again. He out here with Elias. Like, no one, like, what is this shit? Like, what is this?
It's 3 hours of bullshit, man. That's what it is. 3 hours of bullshit. Hey, and you know, honestly, like if Brock show up, I mean, even with Sting right now, it's almost like NXT. Who, nigga? Like, for real? And I love NXT. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love NXT.
Yeah, NXT is killing it right now. That Finn dog. Whenever they bring him back up, they better not change shit.
They will.
He better be exactly who the hell he is.
They will, and put a pin in them changing motherfuckers when they come up to the main roster. Put a pin in that because we're gonna circle back to it. But that shit. But so you know, just a little bit more on AEW and Sting, man. They brought him in. They brought him in to basically make the save for Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, and Darby Allin. Now, if you go back, listen. I mean, this is like 6, 7, 8 episodes ago. I spoke about the rumblings that people are looking at Darby Allin as the next Sting.
You did say that. Yes, you did.
Sting comes in, and he comes in, he stares everybody down. He looks Darby Allin in the face. The next week, though, he comes out and cuts his promo. Now, funny thing, we've been talking about Cody. We've been talking about, you know, Cody feeling like he's a bigger star than he is, right? So, you know, they talked about it. Oh, yeah, this is Cody Rhodes' favorite wrestler. Cody was like, oh, yeah, Sting, I've been waiting to share a ring with you for a while. Sting said, and I quote, "I'm not here for you."
Right.
he and Cody Rhodes with the ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Everybody come to see you, man. I ain't here for you. I want to spend red money. Shout out to Debo again.
shout out to Debo. But Sting looks up in the rafters and he was just like, yo, man, you know, I was on TNT, you know, 18 years ago, man. And, you know, he looked up in the rafters, see Darby Allin sitting up there. He's like, man, there's a lot around here that look familiar.
Yeah.
And he was just, and I'm like, so they, you know, one of the things I like about AEW, man, is that they have the long-term storytelling. They have that, but then also they're just like, hey, man, I'm going to give you the thing that you want. Cass was talking about 6 months ago. Cass was talking about Darby Allin being the next Sting. Boom, we got Sting. Let's go. Let's get ready. So, hey, man, I'm ready to see it.
Man, Sting, just seeing, like, again, Sting on TNT. And he hadn't been on there in 18 years. It was just crazy. Like, he was, like, Monday nights, you turned to TNT. You saw him. You said, for a little bit, it was Goldberg, but you saw Sting. He was either wearing the white face paint or the red face paint. But if you were turning into Nitro, you was watching Sting. I mean, it's crazy to see him back on there, man. It really is. It's good to see him there. But did you notice all the shade that was thrown on social media, on Twitter, with Tim talking about his age? Why he don't move the needle no more? Motherfucker, is you crazy? That is Sting. If y'all sitting y'all asses in a goddamn arena with your mask on, hopefully talking about some Goldberg, you better be happy about some damn Sting. No disrespect to Goldberg, and shout out to Goldberg on that documentary that was on WWE The Untold about the streak. Did you watch this shit?
I did.
Go get in there. Hey man, I'm bored, dog.
Hey, listen. Oh man, I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say this. I almost texted him. What he said? I mean, since we just making up shit. Yeah, Kevin.
We never talked to him about that. We never like went into detail, like, because if he would have like, dude, can you imagine if this would have came out? We knew everything. If he would have said, man, that was a bunch of bullshit.
Well, that one time he did. I guess that was when Goldberg went in the Hall of Fame. And he came out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and Kev was like, hey, man, like he said some slick shit about me at the Hall of Fame. I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck, man? I ain't even worried about you right now. Like, what's going on?
Right.
So, shout out to Goldberg. Goldberg's kind of a mark for himself, man. Whatever. But on the note of people throwing shade on social media, throwing shade in general, it's time for another one of these RVS rants.
It's about that time. Who we got on the dock? Who's about to get flamed in the next few minutes?
So, to the people who, we talk about to the people who have been shading AEW. Now we're gonna get back to AEW in the wrestling world, but to the people specifically who have been shading AEW and just like the rest of the wrestling world, right?
Oh no.
So some of the common critiques that you see, like you said, people being like, "Oh, Sting is he old and he taking a spot from a younger guy."
Right.
But then, like you said, they cheer for Goldberg, or they be like, "Yo, I really wish I would have seen him fight Taker." Nigga, he the same age right now as he would have been if he fought Taker in 3 months.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, for people. You come on, y'all.
You can't have it both ways. So the other common critique that we see. Why does AEW keep bringing in all these old WWE people? Now, listen, somebody actually said that in one of my group meetings. Somebody actually said that about Sting. I said, nigga, Sting is from WCW. Nigga, he was in WWE for. Listen. He wasn't in WWE long enough to be no W. He lost his one WWE match. What you mean? Superstar.
I think it was crazy. The most impactful stuff Sting has done in WWE. We've been in attendance for it.
We have, yes. Shout out to St. Louis. You can't spell wrestle without STL, man.
We was at Mania.
We was at that Mania.
His first and last WrestleMania match. Grand opening, grand closing. Right. Like, I just want to check this off the list. WrestleMania, all right, that's done. I'm out, man.
I tell you what, he had 2 matches. And didn't he lose to Seth Rollins too when he got hurt?
He lost to Seth Rollins and I wasn't Mania. That was like one of them random ass people, giving her some shit.
Right. Yeah, like what the hell, man? So you can't count Sting as a WWE superstar. And here's the thing: even if you did count Sting as a WWE superstar, nigga, WWE employed last year before they cut a bunch of people. They had damn near 300 wrestlers on the roster, not 300 employees. I'm not talking about 300 wrestlers and caterers and barbers and makeup people. 300 wrestlers. Nigga, where do you think wrestlers are coming from? Nigga.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right. So, they're all over there. What the fuck you mean?
Right. So the biggest thing out here, man, AEW Impact, man, they just trying too hard to beat WWE. Now hold on. So in the overall scheme of things, why do we have to see AEW, Impact, New Japan, AAA, all these other people? Why do we think that they have to beat WWE in anything? Well, I'll tell you why. People feel that way. Because WWE has a propaganda machine that paints them out to be both the victor and the victim in wrestling history. Yeah. And at the end of the day, they are the villain.
Yeah.
In pro wrestling history.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, anytime he bought the territory, he shut territories down. That's the end of the discussion.
Bruh.
That's it.
He shut down
he shut
multiple
territories down when his pop said he wasn't going to do that shit. Yep. And what did he do? Now, okay. Business-minded thinking, he wanted to expand pro wrestling into this atmosphere that it's in now. Kudos to that, because the shit wouldn't be on USA right now if Vince didn't do what he did.
Right.
However, certain things come with a price, and he took them all out.
Yep.
He put it on cable. Why am I gonna go to this little rest box down here and down south when I can just turn on USA and watch Raw?
Exactly. Or when they come to the city, I could go to that and be on cable TV. Like I can see myself on cable TV.
Right.
It makes all the business sense in the world.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when you turn that on his head, so Vince McMahon expanded the cable, so did Ted Turner. Mm-hmm. Ted Turner did the thing. Ted Turner, the story goes, he calls him up. Hey Vince, I'm in the wrestling business. What's up? And he's like, I'm in the sports entertainment business, pal. Ted Turner called him up like, hey, bro. Hey, we cool. Let's do something. Let's do something. And Vince was like, nah.
When Vince and Ted Turner were battling, it's almost like if you ever watch sports and you look and say, yeah, on paper, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers should win. On paper, Ted Turner should have whooped his ass, but he did.
Yes. But the thing that, I mean, of course, is Vince beating Vince. You know what I'm saying? Like the 83 weeks, 82 weeks, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like WWE, if you think about the way that WWE paints it in history, they painted that WCW did all of these things to put them out of business, right?
Right.
Problem was,
right,
it wasn't WCW taking over in ratings that was putting them out of business. It was the fact that at the same time, Vince McMahon was on trial with the federal government on pushing steroids that Hulk Hogan testified against him on, and then went to WCW. That was the thing that was going to put him out of business. But the way, they're the victor. The victor writes history, right? But the way that they put themselves out there is just like, oh man, it was a war, man. We was, people had to be loyal to this locker room, and then they would fire niggas, and then they would go to WCW. It was like, man, fuck them for going over there. We talking about a company that just fired 60 of the 300 wrestlers they have on the roster in the middle of a pandemic, and now are mad because they finding other work. Nigga, all these independent contractors that can't go work somewhere else, that can't do a Twitch, that can't even use their real name because WWE said that they own their real name. Nigga, listen, to everybody out there who in IWC who feels like, WWE, I can't watch these other shits. Hey, listen, man. The minute you realize that WWE is an evil corporation that is the heel of the wrestling world, the better you can enjoy pro wrestling. Because check this out. I like heels. Man, heels have very good, they have very good convictions. They make some good points from time to time. They're pieces of shit. They're pieces of shit, but they make points from time to time, right?
If you're a good heel, you make me want to hate your ass. Like
exactly.
Like there's times where I want to punch Roman Reigns in the mouth because what he's doing to his cousin. I really do want to smoke his ass, like I said I was going to do on WWE Network. Put his ass on the grill.
Roman Reigns burgers tonight. But there's a reason why Austin versus McMahon worked. It wasn't the fact that it was just, this Stone Cold Steve Austin going against his boss. It was Vince McMahon and WWE leaning into the fact that they are an evil company. Right. And they've been running with that storyline ever since. If you really think about it.
That's true, man. Like
the faster people realize, hey man, this is an evil company. They're the heels of the pro wrestling business. The faster the people can be like, you know what? I like seeing the baby faces win every now and then. I watch an AEW or Impact or New Japan, man. I rocks with them every now and then.
If y'all don't know that they're okay, I'll say this. Every business has some dark side of their ass. The thing is, WWE, they've been around the fucking longest, so they have the most dirt and the most skeletons. Dude, you see, China went in the Hall of Fame until we requested it to be there. They was not putting her in the Hall of Fame, and we know why. I don't even want to get into it, but if you know, you know.
Right.
Look what they did to Bret Hart. Look what they got a fucking track record a fucking mile long showing that they don't care. All they care about is their business. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sponsors stories that we don't know about that they'd had beef with. I'm sure there is. Yeah. And if you all don't know that WWE is the evil fucking empire, shame on you. You should know that. You should know that.
But hey, man, niggas like the Yankees, man. Hey, the Yankees. I mean, hey, you know, Cardinals over here, but niggas like the Yankees too. Yep. It's fine. That's cool. Yep. But watch some other baseball, man. Watch some other football. Watch something else. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the propaganda machine taint your view of the rest of the wrestling organization.
Yeah, watch it all. Because I guarantee you, they watching and they watching for a fucking reason.
Exactly.
Because they're trying to bring people back over. Go ahead.
I was gonna say. So speaking of what they watching, nigga, Kenny Omega is turning into the Thanos of pro wrestling.
Yeah. I don't think he gonna get that Soul Stone though, man. He ain't gonna get that red belt. He can't or the blue belt. He ain't gonna go do that, man. He can't do that. They're not gonna do that. They're not. WWE is ballsy enough to bygones be bygones, so let's make some money here. Because if y'all really talking about want to make some money right now, okay. I'm jumping all over the place.
No, it's all good. Good.
So this has been bothering me for a long time because I think like the dynamic has changed. Like, you know how you go on these podcasts and they always talk about like, you mentioned the casual viewer. And they say, yo, I want to get the casual viewer to, when they're channel surfing, to turn on Raw, and they'll see something that's happening, they'll stick there.
Right.
I think that use of term is dead, man. I don't think people are channel surfing anymore.
No.
For one, the preview channel is dead. That's what we talked about before. They have a fucking guide, okay? Right. They press the guide button. They're not channel surfing. They're going to exactly what they want to fucking go watch, and they're going to stay there. Yep. I think people need to change the way they're thinking of talking about they want to channel surf. That philosophy doesn't work anymore. Nope. You got to get people hooked. There's other facets out there where you got to get people hooked, i.e. that's how AEW is. They're taking advantage of YouTube and social media and expanding on storylines and doing character development that way. WWE need to find another way to do that. There's too many sources out there where they can do that. But this whole thing about getting a casual fan to come, that boat has sailed and probably has sunk by now.
It's gone. It's on fire. It's on fire underwater.
Dude, no one's channel surfing. Everybody knows exactly what the fuck they want to watch because they're going to be wasting goddamn time channel surfing going to what? Come on, man. Ain't nobody doing that shit no more.
What the hell? Wait a minute. Talk about what the hell do I look like? Flipping through the channels in 2020. What does that even look?
People think like that,
dude. I have Sling, and there are channels that I have never watched ever, and I ain't gonna watch them. I ain't gonna turn it on. You know what? I'm not flipping through every week. Honestly, I watch the same 6 things every week.
Right.
And that shit ain't gonna change, man.
We're in a world with instant gratification. If somebody wants to watch something, they're searching it, they typing it in, it pops up. Ain't nobody going, what's on channel 2? Oh, what's on channel 5? Oh, what's on channel 11? Oh, let me go back. I scared channel 7. No, that thought process. Stop thinking that. This ain't the Monday Night Wars no more. Motherfuckers are not doing that shit. Whoever thinks that your people are doing, stop. If those old-minded people are in your creative meetings, kick them the fuck out and get some fresh motherfuckers in there, because that's the problem.
Well, I mean, the problem is the old-minded motherfucker that thinks that, his name Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
He needs to get his old, decrepit ass the fuck up out of there.
You want to know what's wild? I mean, this is an aside, but people talk all the time about how like Vince doesn't even watch TV, or how he don't watch sport, like how he like football, but he don't watch sports.
Y'all gotta right? How you go? Wait a minute. a minute. How you gonna have a football league and you don't even watch the NFL? This motherfucker don't know who Pat Mahomes is. He don't know who Tyreek is. How you don't know who Patrick Mahomes is and you own a football company? What the fuck?
Like that. And that's the thing. That's the thing. When you say it out loud, that shit don't make no sense. People say that all the time. Oh, you know Vince, man. He's so wrapped up in his business, man. He don't even watch TV. He produces a television program. He produces like 5 television programs every week and don't watch no TV.
This motherfucker, he claims to be the motherfucker that says he gonna sleep us for the week. He don't get no sleep. Hey, nigga, it might be time for you to take a little nap right now, man. Get some rest and recharge your thinking, and then come back tomorrow because clearly your ass ain't been to sleep since 2001. It's goddamn. You still thinking, motherfucking thing. Do you remember that shit? What was it? It had to be like 2015, 2014, and he did that Jerry Springer bullshit. Yeah. Nigga, you thought Jerry Springer was still relevant in this decade?
He had to find Jerry Springer. He had to go looking for Jerry's. Nobody had thought about Jerry Springer in like 14 years. He had to.
Oh, you know what'll be good? Jerry Springer.
Hey, I bet you Vince be. That's probably what it is. Vince be half sleeping in them creative meetings. Yeah. That's why they got to rewrite the show so many times. People be like, "All right, Vince, yeah, we're gonna have Roman Reigns versus Big E." He's like, "Yeah,
hey, no, Vince is that whack ass rapper in the studio where he got his entourage and his entourage know that shit is trash, but they steady say, "Yeah, man, that shit dope," and they put that shit out there and that shit is trash.
So if you listen to the writers, if you listen to the writers and shit, like they be trying to tell Vince like, "Hey, man, let's do this other thing." So he's really the whack ass rapper that go to the studio with they entourage and the entourage. And the entourage be sitting there, he be all turned up, he like, yeah. And entourage just be on their phone like, he like, man, what y'all think? They be like,
yeah.
This shit cool. And then they put it out. That's WWE right there. But back to wrestling Thanos, man.
Right.
Kenny Omega beat Jon Moxley for the AEW championship. Don Callis was in the crowd, executive vice president of Impact, which I talked about this weeks back. The first time when Kenny Omega qualified to fight Jon Moxley, Don Callis was there. Long-term storytelling, my nigga.
Yeah.
Long-term storytelling. I was like, oh shit, they about to do something with Impact. This nigga Kenny Omega won the championship. Left AEW, and they was like, "Nigga, we gonna talk to y'all on Tuesday."
And
the commentator was like, "AEW on Wednesday." Like, nigga, fuck AEW. We going on Impact.
We on Impact. Turn on Access, motherfucker. Kenny Omega give you an answer. That was some of the dopest shit. Oh man, it felt like the wars again, man.
Exactly.
It did like that's how you do. And then that wasn't the same night Sting came, was it?
That was the same nice thing. As a matter of fact, the way they laid out the show, this is how crazy it is, and this is how like smart whoever booking AEW is. Like ultimately Tony Khan, but everybody else. If you think about it, Sting came out right before the main event, so everybody saw Sting on social media. They saw Sting. I wasn't even watching it live. I saw Sting on social media and said, "Oh shit." I had to hurry up and turn it on. Yeah. And when I turned it on, I saw the main event. And then to see that shit that happened at the end, they set it up perfectly. Perfectly.
Yep. I think they said, I heard with the logistics of it, that I think that happened around the 9:00 Eastern time hour. So they took a commercial before that match started because they wanted motherfuckers to when it came back on, they wanted motherfuckers to tweet and fucking socialize that shit on social media, and people were like, "Oh shit, let me turn over the Sting is on TNT. Oh, let me turn the channel." Right. I wonder what rating that popped. I wonder if that did like a 3 or 4. It had to be up there. It had to.
They got what was it? I don't know what this turns into ratings, but they got like 995,000 people.
Damn.
So it was just like, so basically they usually hover around like 700,000-800,000. NXT usually does like 500,000-600,000.
Right.
But yeah, they damn near hit a milli.
Wow.
They damn near hit a million people.
Wow. Here's my thing I'll say with the whole Kenny Omega thing too. This is dope. If you talking about going to each, because I think I heard he won a AAA championship too. Didn't he?
So that was the crazy thing. He already had it. So when so basically when everything, before shutdown and shit, he had just won it in like February.
Okay.
So he was already, Lucha Bros are basically like talent trade between AAA and AEW.
Okay.
Right? So yeah, he went down there, won a championship. It's basically been dormant. He actually defended the title this past Saturday.
Okay.
Right. So they had they had their pay-per-view, but then they also had an Impact pay-per-view the same day. He was on that shit too.
Okay.
He was on both shows. Both shows the same night, dog.
Yep.
2 different championships.
So I'll say this, and God, they're not gonna. I don't even know why I'm putting this. Because I won't get energy out here. WWE, you got 2 choices to make a champion right now. I'm sorry, Drew. You good right now, but wrestling needs this.
Yep.
WWE needs to make either Finn Balor champion right now, or they need to make AJ Styles champion right now and make them travel.
Yep.
One of them got to be the champion right now, and then them motherfuckers got to collide somewhere. I don't know how y'all gonna make it happen, man. I got so many ideas that I think that they could do. They're not gonna do this shit because there's too much money and all this bullshit. What WWE needs to understand is that fucking wrestling is on a decline, man.
Yep.
When companies notice that shit is on a decline, they either get bought out or they come together.
Yep.
It's time to start thinking with that mindset, man. Because at the end of the day, you want to make more money. You're gonna have to spend money to make money. It's getting close to that time. It really is.
Yep.
It really is. So right now in St. Louis, and I don't know wherever else, it might be a whole direct TV thing, but NBC is not on direct TV right now. They're having a dispute right now that it's a contract that they haven't accepted, and you cannot watch NBC on direct TV. Now I wonder if that has anything to do with Universal, and you can't watch none of the Universal things. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my point is that like cable television is on the decline because of the fucking over-the-top media.
Yep.
Wrestling's on the decline because motherfuckers knows this shit isn't work. But so you got to find other ways to intrigue your fans like us that you have now. The casual fan shit, I don't think that's gonna. I know that's what they're trying to do, and I know that's what AEW is attempting to do with using Shaq, which is smart. Yeah. And they're doing that shit right when the NBA is about to restart back in a couple of weeks. Right. It's smart, but I don't think that logic works anymore, man. Like, I like what they're doing. I like how AEW is trying to cover all their bases. So, like, okay, we're trying to get the casual fan. We're trying to get the hardcore fan. We're trying to get new fans. We're trying to appease everybody. That's kind of cool. I don't know what they're doing up in Connecticut. I have no idea what they're doing up in New York. No clue at all.
Well, I'll say this: like, I don't even think that it's people aren't watching because they know it's a work. Because I mean, everybody knew it was a work in the Attitude Era,
right?
But the fact of the matter is, the Attitude Era was dope.
Yeah,
like really dope. It was really interesting. The stuff that they was doing was crazy, and people were just like, "Yo, I want to sit down and watch this." You know what I'm saying? So when people talk about that, oh man, I used to watch wrestling. That's when wrestling is the hottest thing on television. And that's the thing. In order to be the hottest thing on television, you got to have your Mike Tyson come in. You got to have your back there your Pamela Anderson come in, and they had Linda Tripp and all these things that were on the bleeding edge of pop culture. Right. They had on WWF television back then. Yeah. That's what AEW is doing right now.
WCW too. I mean, there was
WCW.
That fool Bill Goldberg was on the cover of TV Guide.
Yep, exactly. Right.
Now, kids, y'all probably don't even know what the fuck that is. Now, remember when we talked about that preview channel? TV Guide is the paper version of that shit.
You had to thumb through all the articles, the articles you ain't want to read. Flip through to the middle of the damn TV Guide.
Wait a minute, isn't it crazy that a week's worth of a TV schedule was in a goddamn book?
Right. But yeah, it's just like, and things didn't get preempted so much like it do right now that you could like. reliably look at that shit.
Could you imagine if TD God had all that shit printed out when Rona hit, and they was like, "Oh shit, we got to change all this shit." Oh, what the fuck? Ain't no football coming on. Oh, we all fucked up.
Open it up. So, like, you know, when the channel wasn't showing nothing, it'll just be TBD. It'll just be all TBD.
It probably would have just went off. Probably
But speaking of Shaq, so Shaq was on AEW this past week.
Yes, he was
in a segment with Brandy Rhodes. So we had talked about Brandy Rhodes, Jay Cargill, all that good stuff. And man, I feel like we just gotta let this ride, man. I just gotta show this right quick, man.
Oh God!
I feel like I gotta show
this.
Yeah.
Let it ride. Yeah, this was.
We have something very special now for you here on Dynamite. I'm very happy to be sitting here once again with AEW's Chief Brand Officer, Brandy Rhodes. Brandy, it's great to see you.
Good to see you, Tony.
And I'm also sitting with 4-time NBA World Champion, 15-time NBA All-Star, one of the stars of Inside the NBA, a member of Papa John's board, and a man you see on Shaq Live here on TNT, the one and only Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, it's great to see you.
That church.
You spent all that time putting all that butter on his toast, but you just had the chief friend off it. It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Shaq, good to have you with us. I know there's something that you wanted to tell everyone here on TNT and the AEW roster as well.
Yes, the other day I was watching the lovely Jade and her interaction with Cody. And
right.
Look, I'm a fan of Jade. Me and her go back a long way. Love her, care about her. Want to see her do big things. I didn't really appreciate what she did to your arm, though.
If I can say I didn't really appreciate it either.
World star.
It hurts. But I didn't deserve that. She came into my house and came at my people and my family, and that's the reaction you're always going to get if you do that, no matter what. So you can break my arm. She does it again next time, I'm going to be in her face again. My hope is we can stop all this, and then nobody else has to get hurt.
So is this something that maybe can be settled between you and Jade, possibly on Dynamite?
That's something I would like to see. Oh, sorry to interrupt. I would love to see that. Something else I forgot to mention. I had a little thing. I went at Cody on Twitter.
Right. Just
me being me, having fun. No disrespect to these wrestlers. They're the best athletes in the world. Love Cody, love his brother, love his father. Big fan. That's just me messing around. But you and Jade, I can't wait to see that one. I'll be there.
All right, well, there you have it. Thanks for being with us.
Yep.
And Brandy, thank you very much. And
thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, very cool.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, I'm sure they cleared that up. Thank you for being with us.
And Brandy, while your arm's in the sling, I think you should watch Jade. You can probably get some pointers from her.
That's a joke, right?
No, I'm serious.
Oh, so you're just going to disrespect me like that again? It's a pattern of behavior here that I'm saying, you know what, Tony? I'm sick of this shit. You are an overgrown asshole.
Look at that nigga face. I ain't gonna lie. I played that whole video just to look at that nigga face. That's the only reason I played this video. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Like a mixture of shocked and pissed off and mad and
Oh shit! That was the only reason I played that video.
I don't think Shaq. I don't think Charles Barkley threw the water in his face.
Charles Barkley pieced his ass up though.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he gave him that 3-piece.
So I have to ask this question.
Yes.
I have to ask this question. And IWC, you're not gonna like it. I don't give.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Is Brandy Rhodes a bigger star than Cody right now?
Oh shit!
Now, I'm not the one to steer the shit, and that was a steer the shit question, and you know,
they're married, and they're one. So she's not gonna. But hypothetically speaking, here we're what you think?
Hypothetically speaking, if we only speaking in hypotheticals, right?
This was Shaq's first time in AEW, and the first time Shaq's in AEW, he's not interacting with. And kudos to Cody because he's putting his wife on. I like that shit. That's dope. That's a power fucking move. I'm not saying this to criticize him. I'm just. What do you think?
You brother, you made my exact point for me because again, just like Sting walking on to AEW ring, walking into the ring and telling Cody, I ain't here to see you. Shaq shows up at AEW. Now we talk about the whole crossover thing. We talk about trying to get eyes on the thing. And the first person they see next to Shaq is Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah.
Not Cody Rhodes.
No.
Not Cody Rhodes. Man, oh man, that whole Cody Rhodes is the big star of the company stuff is looking mad funny in the light, dog.
I don't see it.
It look like a fake 20, dog. I don't see the watermark.
Is it bad that I'm probably never going to see it? Like he, you know what's fucked up? I'm gonna say this, and y'all motherfuckers might turn this goddamn podcast off to say, you know what'll make Cody a bigger star?
What's that?
He needs to go back to WWE and beat a few people, then come back to AEW.
So I like the way you phrased that because you said it might never happen. That shit ain't never gonna happen. That shit ain't gonna happen. Nigga, if Cody Rhodes goes back to WWE today, tomorrow, or in the future, they got that Stardust outfit with that nigga. They got the face paint. They got the color contacts. They got the background with the Christmas lights in the background, the star Christmas light.
That motherfucker is ready.
They go as soon as he walk in the door, they gonna be like, here you go. Here your Stardust costume. Here go your Stardust costume. Put that on.
Oh, man, I'm just giving y'all entertainment purposes. No, I know it's a slow burn. I just throwing that out there. It's a slow burn. I know Cody's gonna interact with Shaq. Bitch, I'm just talking crazy shit. Pay me no attention. I told y'all I'm on fucking 4 hours of sleep. My ass, bitches.
Well, speaking of the next big star that AEW is bringing in, maybe Cody will have better luck with this person, but Big Snoop Dogg is about to make his AEW debut on January 6th.
Yes, he is. And
yes, sir.
That motherfucker is in trouble with WWE.
Oh my God, they big bad.
I'm surprised Sasha Banks wasn't the motherfucker going through a table 7 times by like, oh, your cousin on AEW? Hey, Sasha, man, give us that. With this TLC, is TLC coming up?
TLC's coming up.
Sasha's losing.
She's losing. She's about to lose that belt.
She's about to lose. She might get squashed. Oh, your cousin. Oh, your cousin. So when is you gonna tell? See how this shit work? So when was you gonna tell us your cousin was gonna be working for AEW? You see how this shit gonna work? They about to take all that shit away.
They about to take all her belts, all that shit. And she ain't gonna be on TV for like 3 months, unpaid. For nothing that she did. Also, so here's the thing.
She might lose a lot of.
she might. They might find Lana in their good graces. So here's my question though. So WWE just came out with that line of Undertaker, Snoop Dogg, like T-shirts and all that shit.
Yeah.
They got the Undertaker wine, but then they got the Snoop Dogg Undertaker mashup T-shirts,
right?
And all this merch. Yo, are they snatching that shit down? Because it is still Undertaker.
Yeah, it's still Undertaker. Yeah, and then that's a good question. You know what? They might do a reprint. They might send them motherfucking shirts to where the Miami Heat NBA 2020 NBA champion shirts to one of them countries, from third world countries, where they send them damn shirts. They're gonna send them out there and they're gonna do a reprint. That's what they're gonna do.
It's gonna be Undertaker and Kid Rock. And they're just gonna slide them Undertaker Kid Rock T-shirts out there like they always been around.
Yeah, they gonna send them shirts. They gonna send them shirts. You know, it's fucked up that there's probably some kids with some damn T-shirts that some shit that will never gonna fucking happen. Like the fucking what was one? Like I bet that's these motherfuckers wasn't printed out in Africa. These motherfuckers were printed out here before it happened in 2011 when the motherfucking Texans thought they was gonna win the World Series. They had the newspaper prints and I bet some T-shirts they was ready.
They was done. Nope. Game 6. David Freeze. Shout out to David Freeze, man. Yeah, so we gonna see. So we gonna right before we go move into the real WWE news, man. We got a little bit of Impact news as well. So we talked about Kenny Omega being on the show, but I said this on the Facebook group. We coming for you, Wrestling Cast fans.
Yes, sir.
Impact has probably per capita the most black people.
I think so.
Of any organization right now.
You're right. And we're not just talking about wrestling people. We're talking about executive positions, all kinds of shit.
So what they did, and this was gangster as hell too. So the episode of Impact that Kenny Omega was going to be on, what they did was, I watched it from the beginning, and I was like, man, where's they only showed like Chris Bay and Moose at the very beginning of the show. I didn't know what the lineup was.
Right.
But what they did that was gangster was the main event was 4 black dudes in a tag match. One of which is the actual world champion. The other one is like claiming to be world champion. So that was Rich Swann, the Impact world champion. You knew him from 205 Live, NXT, all that good stuff. Yep. He teamed with Willie Mack. So Willie Mack, big black dude. He was on Lucha Underground for a while. Yep. Real good dude. Yep. And they fought Chris Bay. So Chris Bay, recipient of the I'm Black Y'all segment a couple weeks back. And Moose. Yep. So Moose is currently he calls himself the TNA world champion, even though it ain't TNA no more. Yep. He was just like, hey, all these niggas are small. I deserve a heavyweight championship. So he went and found the fucking belt and was just like, nigga, I'm champion. Who gonna say something? Right. So they had them 4 cats fighting the main event right before Kenny Omega came out. So you talk about the positioning. You talk about all that. Hey, Impact made a firm statement like, hey, man, we for the brothers, dog.
Yep,
brothers.
They did.
So not only that, but Impact Final Resolution was this past Saturday.
Okay.
And the title match was Rich Swann, the champion, versus Chris Bay.
Right.
Turns out that this match was only the 3rd time in wrestling history that 2 black men fought over a world championship on a pay-per-view. 3. The 3rd time.
What were the first 2?
The first 2 were Booker T versus The Rock at what was it? I had it up here. I think it was SummerSlam or something like that. SummerSlam, probably 2001.
Okay,
something like that.
And then
the other one was Bobby Lashley versus Moose in Impact.
Impact. Okay. Wow.
Nigga.
Wow. Damn. That's a hell of a stat there. The 3rd time ever in the history of pro. Wow.
The 3rd time ever in the history of pro wrestling. Now, we've had black champions. Now, we talked about this even to this day. R-Truth is the only black man to have been the NWA champion. Yeah, because by the time Farouk won or Ron Simmons won it, it was WCW champion.
Yep.
So it has the same lineage and all that shit.
Yep.
But man, in 2020, 3 times. 3 times on a pay-per-view, bro. For real.
That's crazy. That's a hell of a stat.
Yeah, man. When I saw that come across, I was like, oh come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man. They lucky I ain't ran about that, but I had that whole. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That dude pissed me off in that group chat when he was like, Sting is from WWE. Oh, he taking a spot from a younger guy. They can only watch AEW. I'm like,
right.
He said,
hey, I have to give a shout out to Moose.
Yes. Yes.
came an extremely long way from when he first started till now. Like, I've just glimpsed over the TNA and like it's like a totally different fucking person. Like he said that the way his promos are phenomenal. Ring work is good. Like it's like, damn, how WWE miss out on this cat? However, I'm glad he didn't go because they probably would have made him do some type of stereotypical black shit. So I'm glad he's where he's at.
him and Titus O'Neil would have been the big bald black football niggas. That would have been their tag team. The big bald black football niggas. The BBBFN.
Oh man, God.
Yeah, man. I knew Moose was gonna be dope when he was in Ring of Honor. Like that's when I was on Ring of Honor heavy, and you know it was like he had all the tools. It was just putting it all together. It was all putting it all together, and like whoever's working with him in Impact, it's probably D'Lo. It's probably D'Lo for real up there working with him, man. Whoever working with him in Impact is doing a great job, man.
Yep.
Phenomenal job. So one more last thing before we move into the WWE news. So there was another person. So Kenny Omega played double duty on Saturday night, but Chris Bay actually played double duty as well. Okay. And he was he was fighting for the Impact World Championship on Impact.
Right.
New Japan had the Super Junior Cup on Saturday as well.
Okay.
He fought in that tournament as well. So with that tournament, this is like the blackest this tournament has ever been, clearly, because it's in Japan.
Right.
But it had Chris Bay in it. It had ACH, the homeboy ACH. We met him in what was that? Was that San Jose?
Yes.
I think that was San Jose. Yeah, we met him. Yep. Real cool brother.
Yep.
And they also had friend of the podcast, loose friend of the podcast, Leo Rush. They had Leo Rush in that tournament too, man. So it ended up ACH went all the way down to the final, and he got defeated by El Phantasmo. So you know, I think he's a Mexican brother. I think
maybe he's Cuban.
Man, he might be Cuban, B.
We don't
I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. It's been some black ass wrestling, outside of WWE. I mean, inside WWE, we just, behind Rated R here, Hurt Business look like they just beat New Day. So
no, it's the Miz holding Money in the Bank, and my shit just froze. I don't know.
So moving on. Speaking of WWE Money in the Bank, all that good shit, man. Shout out to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins on the birth of their daughter Rue.
Yeah. There
Shout
you
out
go.
to them. Shout out to them. So how long do you think it's going to be before we see the man back in WWE?
Yeah, let's see. Maybe. Shit. What's after the Mania's in April?
Yep.
So that's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yep.
It's close because she probably, if she really wanted to, get into it, you could do a Shaq at a Mania if you put your ass, go in the gym and bust your ass. Mm-hmm. She can make a Mania appearance, man. It can happen. It could happen.
She was low key busting her ass in the gym the whole time she was pregnant.
Damn.
I think BR Live Wrestling posted a video of her, like she was like, and this had to be days before she had the baby. Now that I think about it in retrospect, but she was like killing the exercise bike, just like, so she was basically just like, she was like, hey, when baby girl get here, it's about to be on. We back out here.
Yeah, she was on top of the world.
I think. So I'll say this for WWE, man. WWE, and they've done better with this. They've done a little bit better. They need to continue to invest in the women, right? Yep. Because their next big star ain't gonna be no dude.
Nope.
It ain't gonna be no dude.
It's gonna be a woman.
It's gonna be a woman. It's gonna be Sasha Banks, or Charlotte, or Becky, or Bayley, or Bianca Belair.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to put Bianca Belair in there too. They need to, and I'll say this too. So SmackDown consistently gets like 2 million people watching it on Fox, right?
Right.
Regular TV, of course. They consistently had their highest rated segments with Bayley and Sasha on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Flat out. They even Carmella and Sasha fought in a real dope ass match and shit like that. They need to invest in these women, man. Flat out.
They do. You know who I'm surprised who haven't gave Bianca any flack yet?
Who's that?
Take a guess. Who we always talk about the black people? He ain't said that about it yet. He hasn't said shit. So I gotta give him credit for that.
Okay, yeah. We'll give Book credit for that, man. Shout out to Booker T for not being overly critical of Bianca Belair to this point. Not yet. I hope it's not, but not yet. We'll see.
So I'm gonna play this. It basically is gonna let you know how one person feels about Bianca and her future in WWE.
Okay.
So yeah, man, Paul Heyman giving her the rub, and I hate this goddamn song, stupid ass SmackDown song.
Hey, WWE got some lame ass intro music. This shit terrible.
Yeah, Paul Heyman giving her the rub. I like these Talking Smack segments with Paul Heyman on there. Did you see the last one that he did?
The one with Big E?
Oh.
Yep, that was actually on the docket as well.
Okay.
Hey, matter of fact, there you go. I got it queued up over here. Well, I think I got it queued up.
I got to share it back to you.
Yeah, there we go. Where are you at? There we go. I got mine on Instagram though. I ain't looking at WWE YouTube trying to find that shit.
Right. Man, that stupid ass song.
Are you ready?
That's a stupid ass song, man. That's some Fox News fucking.
That's definitely that shit right there is why Kid Rock in the Hall of Fame. That's what that shit is.
How do I? All right,
here we go.
Here we go.
Who you sound like?
You know who you sound like?
Who you sound like?
The one dude. I am delivered.
Oh no. Thank y'all and good night. Thank y'all. Oh no. I can't even say his name on here because I'm pretty sure he listened to this network because he used to.
Yeah, but all I'm saying, he sounds like. You got a point.
Hey man, they better not ever let Paul go.
No,
they better not ever let Paul go because if Paul leaves WWE,
it's over with. It's over with. See, now I see how Paul Heyman was able to keep ECW afloat for so long by saying, like, just hearing all of this shit. I now see why he had motherfuckers diving off shit.
Paul, with that speech to Big E and to Bianca Belair, Paul Heyman got me ready to run through a brick wall. Me. I'm not even neither one of them niggas. Yeah. I'm ready. Like, yo, I'm ready to go.
I totally get it. I get it now.
Hey, and that's what Paul Heyman does. That's why that right there is why Paul Heyman is with Roman Reigns right now. Because if you don't think that Paul Heyman says those things to Roman Reigns, the one thing that they need to do, because they're trying to make Roman, he's a tribal chief, he don't need nobody, but all they need when his heel turn and when it gets to a point, they need to show one of the backstage segments of Paul Heyman saying that to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And then watching Roman Reigns go out there and be the tribal chief.
Yep.
That's what they need to show. That's what I want to see right there.
Yep. I like it. Book it.
Book it. Now, speaking of people who don't have the very good end of booking right now.
Oh no.
So Keith Lee and a few others got sent back to the Performance Center.
That man, they messed. Okay. So,
and I'm only laughing because it's stupid. Because Keith Lee is that dude, and he's getting a raw deal.
Yeah, he's getting the raw. And it wasn't his fault, not at all.
Right.
I don't think they didn't use him right, and kudos to whoever called that audible to send them back down there.
Yep.
Because you don't want to ruin that.
Yep.
Like it's like they need stars.
Yeah.
They got a star in with this man. Like first they fucked up when they brought him up. He didn't have the same music. He didn't have the same ring attire. It was nothing that we remember seeing him on NXT. So now, right off the bat, you're disconnecting the people who made a connection with this man
in the first place.
You're trying to get a new connection with some dumb shit.
Right. Exactly. And so I watched the Keith Lee 24 on the WWE Network, which was really good, really dope. Gave some background into that brother's life. And one of the things that they showed Keith Lee. Vince McMahon pulled Keith Lee aside and was just basically like, hey man, we got something with you. We got a new star with you. Yeah. And basically Vince McMahon gave Keith Lee, that version of that Paul Heyman talk. Mm-hmm. The problem was Vince McMahon was like, hey man, look at you. We got some. Your promos, but Vince McMahon, even in his hyping cats up, was still just like, man, I mean, this ain't shit. Like, I don't like the way you talk. Man, but you know what I'm saying? But it fired Keith Lee up, right? It did the thing because he was just like, he said this after in the interview. He said, "Yo, Vince McMahon just told me that I can come in here and dismantle the wrestling business, and I'm gonna fucking do it." Mm. So that shows you where Keith Lee's head is at, and that shows you why, like you said, I actually think it's good that they're sending him back to the Performance Center, give him a reset, right? Have him sit back for a while, and basically, man, find the fucking CD with his old music on it. Maybe okay. Here's my theory. Maybe when he came up to the main roster, he went to Raw so fast. They even showed this in the video. Yeah. He was on NXT. He was on the NXT pay-per-view. Right. That night, Triple H was like, hey, man, he moving up to the main roster. He was like, bet, I can take some time off, all that. Right. The next day, they was like, Keith Lee going to be on Raw next week. Maybe he left his music in Florida. He left the CD with his music on it at the Performance Center, and now he going back down there so he can go get it.
So he go get it and come back. Kind of like the Warrior forgot to hit his pyro, so he ran back and turned his pyro and came back out.
I don't even know if that's on YouTube, but there's one time with the Ultimate Warrior. Me and Rated R talk about this all the time, but the Ultimate Warrior on Raw came out and ran around the ring. He did like 2 laps around the ring and then ran back in the back. And then his pyro turned on, and then he ran back out. Like, he ran back in the back to turn his own pyro on.
That motherfucker ran out there and forgot to press the damn button.
He forgot to press the button on the way out.
That motherfucker was halfway. That motherfucker was down there, but he's like, oh, shit.
He's like, uh-oh. He said, maybe if I do 2 laps, they'll turn it on for me. Nope. Okay, let me go back. We're going back. But nah, man, I think some time away is good for Keith Lee. And there's some other cats. You know what? It's actually kind of like some of the bigger cats that he sent down there. He sent Otis down there. He sent motherfucking Slapjack down there. Not Slapjack. What was Dio Madden name? I forgot what Dio Madden name.
So WWE. I'm gonna give you my critique of like what they can do to salvage Retribution, and I think it's a good idea that it kind of get them like a good reset that'll get them going. So what they should do with Retribution is just get rid of that shit. don't fucking. You just do this shit with Retribution, and you ain't got shit else to worry about. Like just all you gotta do. Just do that. Do that with Retribution, and everything will be fine. Just just do that real good. See, you get the real finite. You know what I'm saying? Just. That's what you do with Retribution. That's all you gotta do.
Just break them niggas up, man. Just break them niggas up. Break them up. Break them niggas up. Oh shit, man. Hey, yeah, you gotta get rid of Retribution. Man. You gotta. Hey, man, let them be who they. Even if you just like randomly send them back to NXT, like, oh no.
Get rid of these motherfuckers, but you gotta get rid of Retribution. Then when you finish with Retribution, you do this to it. You know what I'm saying? Put the motherfuckers on. This first time, this is the first of the week coming for you, Cass, right here. This is what you do ready to fuck them niggas up. Fuck them up! Burn them up! Burn them up!
You gotta set Retribution on fire. Bring Kane back to set them on fire, and then bring them back as themselves. Mia Yim, Donovan Dijak, Dio Madden. Bring them back as themselves.
Car and light the match and just send them down the road in the car just go up in flames and Raw come off, and then next week have them come out separately. Like we don't know what happened to Retribution, but here's us Mustafa Ali and Mia Yim, and they just like yo, where's the Fiend at when you need him? Change these motherfuckers.
Yes. Haunt them so they have bad dreams and they wake up and they be themselves again. That's what we need the Fiend to do. What we need the Fiend to do is to have them basically go into their dreams and make them all get in that limo that Vince McMahon got into that blew up. The limo blows up. And everybody's like, "Oh shit, Retribution died," and then they need to the next week just come out with no fan. Okay, all right. So combo meter about to go up. So they come back out in the arena with no fans in it because I mean that's how fans are. But it's almost a parody of when Chris Benoit did that bullshit and Vince McMahon had to come out the next week and be like, "Okay, I'm not really dead. But." This is bad. This is real bad. Vince McMahon basically said, "I'm not really dead, but let me tell you who is." Okay, let's move on.
No, he's already there. Oh, let's go. Where's the lie?
I say all facts. All facts. So The Rock. Let's talk about The Rock for a second. Let's bring it right on back, man.
This one took a turn there.
it took a turn. I know I did. I did it. It's my fault. I knew it. I thought about it. I put it in my filter, and then I just pulled this filter. I pulled that filter rug out.
St. Louis, and you go to the Riverview Circle, and you miss your exits, and you keep going around that motherfucker, and just keep going. That's what just happened.
That's what it was. I knew I had to get off at Riverview. But I got off at Jenny Station anyway.
I
got off on Jenny Station anyway.
Boatman's Bank and went around that.
I went right around Boatman's.
Box, which is now Emo's.
It is Emo's now.
Why they turn on? Wait a minute. It's time for another one of these. Y'all not gonna know if you ain't from St. Louis, you ain't gonna know. But how the fuck you turn a Jack in the Box into an Emo's?
They said, "Hey man, it's a kitchen. It's a kitchen back there. You know, we just ain't no oven." Okay, they be cooking that Emo's pizza in the old Jack in the Box on the old stove in the Jack in the Box, or did they put an oven in it? Because Jack in the Box ain't got no oven.
Let me get a meat lovers with the sourdough bread.
And 2 of them punk ass tacos. I hate them damn. People love it. Hey man, listen, it's time for another one of these RVS rants. Hey man, all y'all that like the Jack in the Box tacos, I know this is controversial. We coming for ucast@gmail.com. Let me know. I know you. I know you like them shits too, man. Them tacos are terrible, man. Fuck them tacos.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. So anyway, The Rock.
Hey girl, leave that in there. Fuck them tacos.
Fuck them tacos. Man, if it wasn't about SEO and all that, I would call this episode "Fuck Them Tacos," but I'm not. Because we got to talk about Kenny the Collector, AEW Thanos.
Fuck them tacos.
So, Arn Anderson.
Uh-oh.
So we got. Uh-oh. 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 Our puppy's sick. So, yeah. Got her shitting all over the place. All right. So, The Rock was in the news recently. Arn Anderson actually came out and people asked him about what was the likelihood that Rock and Roman would fight at Mania, right? So Arn Anderson came out and was just basically like, hey man, they ain't gonna do that shit. Ain't no fans, none of that shit. Right. So Rock actually responded to Arn Anderson. He said, Double A, smart insight here. Always enjoy working with him. And thank you for blessing my spine buster brother. So what you think about that, man? They people were rumoring Roman versus Rock. What you think, man?
That's smart. They should not pull the trigger on that. That when that happens, there needs to be fans there. Now, the question is that can Roman Reigns sustain this character for a year and a half? Like, if they can't do it at Mania, maybe pull the trigger at Survivor on SummerSlam or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to pull it at, I don't think Mania is going to have fans again this year. We'll see. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. If there are fans there, it's going to be very limited capacity.
Exactly. Right. It's going to be socially distant.
Yeah. It's not what you want The Rock. You spend all this money. It doesn't make fiscal sense to bring The Rock back.
Right.
With all the money that you have to spend to bring The Rock back, i.e. he probably don't need to because you got fought the XFL from your ass.
Right.
That's fucked up. So this motherfucker can literally get the money back that he paid for the fucking...
He can do one match at WWE and pay for it. He's like, hey, he gonna go to Redbird Capital. Like, here you go.
What you do? Oh, I fought my cousin.
Fought my cousin on TV, nothing big.
Good, now we broke even.
Well, I think it's about that time, dog. It's about that time, man. Rated R. Tell them about the illustrious award that we give out on this here podcast.
Well, everyone, we have an illustrious award when we first initiated. We called it the You Fucked Up, You Know Your Ass is Doomed Award. How do you get this said award? It's really quite simple. If you're in the realm of professional wrestling and you do some dumb shit, we are the motherfuckers that tell you about yourself. So in this year, in the middle of a global pandemic,
when you say it out loud, it don't make no sense.
in the middle of a global pandemic, when you're supposed to be quarantined in the house, no one's supposed to go anywhere. Someone in the realm of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and man, he decides to get in his car and get a DWI in the middle of a global pandemic. And this man has a track record where he doesn't want his freedom. So we decided to recrescent the You Fucked Up, You Know Your Ass is Doomed Award to the Jon Jones Freedom Memorial Award. Jon Jones doesn't want his freedom. And apparently, if you don't either, we tell you about yourself. And also, and there's a companion award with this award. Mm-hmm. If you're in a realm of anything, anywhere, and you promise that you're going to do something and you don't follow up with it, there's a famous boxer by the name of Adrian Broner, and one day he decided to say that he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao, and he said, and I quote, "You motherfuckers must be crazy if you think I'm going to lose to Manny Pacquiao. I'm going to beat his motherfucking ass on God and them. And I don't know who them is." This is what this man said. Well,
in real life.
in real life, when Manny Pacquiao commences to beating the shit out of this man, and he did not do that. So if you say something that you're gonna do and you didn't do it, you get the companionship award, the On God and Them award. RVS, who do we have on the docket this week?
Yes, sir. So for the Jon Jones Freedom Memorial Award, we have, and this is hilarious. We have Eric Andre. So Eric Andre of Adult Swim's Eric Andre show.
What the fuck did he do?
So he was out here doing comedy bits, walking around with John Cena. It got his ass really hurt.
You can't. Was this the motherfucker that hit with a steel chair?
So here we go. Here it is. Eric Andre messing around with John Cena. Well, he knew he ain't had no business doing so.
He had no business messing around with John Cena, man. Yeah, he fucked up.
Oh, here we go.
Andre.
Hey, Eric, what's up, man?
That is the Eric Andre show.
So for his troubles, for that little itty bitty bit that he did, for his troubles, he says, and I quote, he revealed on Jimmy Kimmel Live that he was shooting the bit for the show. And he says, and I quote, John Cena did the stunt right, but we prepped for the stunt wrong. And that metal shelf came over and clocked me on my head, and I got concussed.
That motherfucker said, fucking, he had to go to the blue tent. That motherfucker's in concussion protocol.
So wait a minute. So when you get concussion protocol on a comedy show, does that mean you can't record no more? Or
I don't think you can't, because you can't. You got to you got to go sit your ass down somewhere. You might even got to be quarantined. you gotta sit down like you had the Rona. Yeah.
All because you wanted John Cena to throw you through a bookcase, and then you get mad when the bookcase fall on your head.
What makes you think that? Did he think that was a good idea to even do in the first place? To have a grown man who's twice your size throw you with all maybe 10% of his might. 10, maybe 10. If you had the Dragon Ball Z scouter, you pressed the little button. It wasn't at 9,000. He was just maybe 1,000. But still, that 1,000 can still fuck you up. So why would you let him throw your ass through the damn thing?
So I bet you what it was. I bet you any money what it was. They was just like, hey man, let's do this because wrestling fake, right? I'm willing to bet money that somebody in that writer's room was just like, hey man, just let John Cena throw you through a bookcase, man. We'll pad it all up nice, just like the wrestlers do when they fall through them tables,
Let that motherfucker tell you to bribe you to get John Cena to throw your ass through a fucking book. I don't give a damn how fake wrestling you think it is. A bookcase gonna be a bookcase. I ain't never met a bookcase that don't hurt. I'm talking about wood bookcases, plastic book, any bookcase, an IKEA bookcase. You get thrown through a motherfucking bookcase, that shit's going to hurt. You deserve the award, sir. You should have did. That was dumb of you to do some dumb shit like that.
Shout out to Eric Andre, man. We would be sending this award. Yes. And don't use the award on the show to do anything crazy.
I'm bringing back the Quick Trip gift card with this one because this was just plumb dumb.
You
get the gift card too.
He can, he can go to Quick Trip, buy him a nice slushie, put it on his forehead. Because that was the other thing. He said that right after he went to the hospital, he had a Fred Flintstone Bugs Bunny welt on the side of his head when that bookcase fell on his head. So he could buy him a nice little slushie, maybe some beef jerky to snack on.
Yeah.
A couple Twix.
Yeah. You can't play wrestler sometimes, man. You just can't.
You can't play. It ain't ballet. You can't play wrestler.
No, you can't do that.
And you also can't play with this pimping.
No.
So man, before we get out of here, one more thing before we move into the I'm Black Y'all segment. Man, so we have to mention this for New Jack City. So shout out to the homie New Jack who got kicked off Twitter for saying that he was gonna kill YouTube sensation, now boxer, Logan Paul. So Logan Paul, somebody tweeted out, I think Logan Paul just tweeted out like, hey, after I get done with boxing, man, I want to get into wrestling. To which, unprovoked, didn't nobody tag New Jack in this. He just unprovoked tweeted, oh man, I kill him.
I think he said, I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm going to kill this motherfucker. And they kicked New Jack clean off Twitter. He had to make a new Twitter account. That's how bad they kicked him off Twitter. He started over.
Oh man, New Jack, man, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You can't say that.
Jack,
now when people think it's not justifiable homicide, they think you can really do the shit.
They know you go do. Everybody saw Dark Side of the Ring, bro. You can't say that no more.
Bombs away. That's some evil shit. That's some evil. He's like, yeah, but that's some evil shit, dude, Jack. I still fuck, bro.
All right, man. Moving on to the I'm Black Y'all segment. So we usually mark this segment out for the folks who have done something or doing a thing in the realm of pro wrestling. But I think because of what's happening, man, we have to dedicate this segment to the late, the great Tiny Lister, Debo. Man, we gotta dedicate this to the man that they called Zeus back in WWF and in WCW, Z-Gangsta. So Tiny Lister appeared in the 1989 wrestling movie No Holds Barred, which was financed by the WWF starring Hulk Hogan. Lister's role was Zeus, a brutal monster heel. Right. No Holds Barred inspired a feud during the WWF in the latter half of 1989. Lister was billed as Zeus, the human wrecking machine, and used the same monster heel gimmick in his matches, no selling his opponent's moves. Eventually, Zeus demanded Hulk Hogan face him in the ring. Citing jealousy for being billed under Hogan and the anger over losing to Hogan in the movie, he was like, I lost to him in the movie. He was like, round 2, punk. Zeus now wanted to beat him in real life. Zeus formed an alliance with fellow Hogan rival Macho Man Randy Savage to feud with Hogan and his friend Brutus Beefcake. The two teams faced off at SummerSlam 1989 in a tag match which saw Hogan and Beefcake prevail, the victors, Hogan pinning Zeus. Following SummerSlam, Zeus formed an alliance with the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase leading into Survivor Series. At the event, the team of the Hulkamaniacs, Hulk Hogan, Jake Roberts, and Demolition faced the $1 Million team, Ted DiBiase, Zeus, and the Powers of Pain. Zeus was eliminated in the match via disqualification after refusing to break a chokehold on Hogan and shoving the referee away. The Hulkamaniacs went on to win the match. After Survivor Series, the feud between Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake versus Randy Savage and Zeus ended in a cage match on December 27, 1989 at the No Holds Barred pay-per-view. Hogan and Beefcake were once again victorious and will be Zeus's last match in the WWF. Yep. Now, this last appearance, there's also a deep cut right here. His last appearance was a promotional spot for the 1990 Royal Rumble.
Wow. So
he was in there too. Wow. So also in 1996, Lister spent March 1996 in World Championship Wrestling as Z-Gangsta as a part of the Alliance to End Hulkamania, culminating in failure at Uncensored. He debuted the previous week with fellow actor wrestler Robert Swenson and who was billed as the Ultimate Solution. So shout out to the boy, Debo. Zeus, Tiny Lister, man. Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, man.
Yes, sir. So Rated R, man, where can they find you at before we get up out of here?
Oh boy, this was a doozy here. Well, y'all already know what the I can't even speak, man. That fucking fucked me up. You can find me at R8TED _ on all social media platforms. And where can they find you at, RVS?
Yes, sir. I'm RVS. You can find me at French Ice 06. That's FRANCHICE 06. We have the week coming for you, Kaz. You can find us at WCFY Cast on Twitter.
You can find us at We Coming For You Wrestling Cast Fans on Facebook. You can find us, email us at WeComingForYouCast@gmail.com. And last but not least, find us on the interwebs at ProWrestlingBlack.org.
It's a real website, and we have a real email address. Stop sending the emails to SOLC. We got our own shit.
use our email, man. Shout out to Daryl for all the work that he does on these shows. But send the emails to us. We will read your emails if you send them to us. We'll get them answered.
They got like 20 fucking thousand other episodes of fucking shit they got to do on top of recording and other shit. And I know they didn't brought people on when they talked about. We have to one day talk about Kevin Samuels. That's my guy, dude. He is my hero.
Oh,
we don't have to go on that though. But the Kevin Samuels, and you know the shit that he's talking about, I've dealt with, and he is the world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, we gotta put a pin in that one for the next episode. So the next episode is probably gonna be the last one of 2020. Yes. So my proposal is that the next episode, one of the things that we do is the highly touted, we talked about it a bunch of times, but the Jon Jones Freedom Memorial Battle Royal, where we bring back everybody who won the Jon Jones Award, and we decide who wins the Memorial Battle Royal for 2020. Who messed up the most in a messed up year?
The most
in 2020.
Messed up year. It's been a messed up year, but I don't know,
miss
man.
That one.
Nate Robinson up there, bro.
Yes, Nate Robinson certainly is up there. He certainly is. So before we get out of here, man, this is right before Christmas. It's probably gonna drop before Christmas as well. So we want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Before we get out of here, definitely Merry Christmas for the We Coming For You cast.
I'm done.
We'll see y'all later. Peace out.
You want it? You got it. You want me to get crazy? I'll get crazy. Sitting there apologizing. For what? Because I gotta fight three guys? Three guys trying to kill me? I'm a gang member, baby. Remember that.